It's Friday, and we usually check in from the road with our Crossroads founder, David Mainse, on his Thank You Canada tour via Skype. But he's here live and in the flesh. You look better than on a little computer, Dad.
What a fantastic story with those three young men on Full Circle. I'll be in Alberta and British Columbia, God willing, this fall in the Thank You Canada tour. But I was thinking, Moira, I remember you saying years ago when you were co-hosting back in the late 80s and 90s that your favorite devotional reading was Hind's Feet in High Places. Remember that?
That's a classic.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
And so here's a High Valley. That's great.
Well, Dad, you have been traversing a lot of Canada over the last, year and a half, and you've still got quite a ways to go. And you've been kind of more in this area of Ontario lately. So I think just before we go any further, I want to talk about where you're going to be so we make sure we don't forget to put it up before we run out of time here.
Okay.
So let's talk about where you're going to be in the next little while.
Friday. Tonight, Main Street Baptist Church in Niagara Falls, 6151 Main Street. Let me invite you there tonight. Your turn.
Wednesday, next week, May 18th, at Mississauga Temple in Cawthra Road there in Mississauga.
And on Thursday, May 19th, Kennedy Road Tabernacle, 141 Kennedy Road in Brampton.
Then next Friday in Bolton Alliance Church, 50 Ann Street. Hey, I like the name of that street.
And Tuesday, May 24th, I guess the holiday's the 23rd, so everybody's back on track by the 24th at Stouffville Pentecostal Church, 6853 Main Street, Stouffville, Ontario. And please, I really, want to encourage you to come. We're saying thank you for the past, thank you for the present, thank you for the future. And in order to say thank you for the future, I have to share the vision for the future. You know, the prophet, in fact, St. Peter, in the very first message on the birthday of the Christian church, took from his Hebrew Bible, Joel chapter 2, and his text was that your old men will dream dreams and your young men will see visions. Well, my dream as an old man now, 75 this summer, is to help the young men fulfill their vision, and the young women. That term is generic, men and women.
Well, I attended one of your meetings this week, and I enjoyed it. It was a lot. Not only do you know how to do Skype, and that technically, but you had the PowerPoint going with a remote from the front there and controlling
videos and audio to the videos as well as the PowerPoint. And I have a lot of fun. I'm really getting into the modern generation finally. But then, I'm not too impressed with myself because George Beverly Shea, Billy Graham's soloist for many years at 102, is probably watching. He says he watches every morning on his laptop, on his computer. So hello, George. And George, we are praying very much for Billy, who I understand 92 into hospital with pneumonia and very, very serious condition.
Yeah. Well, you were last night in Oakville.
Yes.
Any highlights?
Yes, absolutely. The pastor and his wife, Pastor Jamil Ali and his wife, he was a Muslim up until the 80s, the 1980s. His wife was a Hindu when they were married. And so guess what happened? They both became Christians. They received Jesus as Savior and Lord at the Oakville, and their church is called the Oakville Christian Center. On Trafalgar Road. And then also that night, I was really thrilled. For the first time in 10 years, I met the man. His name is Zahir. He's a Pakistani. The technician that ran the pump to keep the blood going through my body for 38 minutes while my heart was outside being repaired 10 years ago in a quadruple open heart surgery. He was there last night. His background is also Muslim. So I'll tell you, I'm glad it's Canada. If it was Saudi Arabia, they've become followers of Jesus. And people all over the world are paying the price to follow Jesus. And so it's been a joy to be with the people, with all these who have supported for so long. Some have supported for 30 years or more. And this is an amazing tribute to their faithfulness.
And I know a lot of people often ask me how you're doing, because they know that you had that quadruple bypass quite a while ago. And then Mom had a double bypass a number of years ago as well. But you're both doing so well. I can tell you, it's pumping really well. You can see them on the road.
I think, you know, you've got to draw a conclusion that we're both eating the same foods. I don't know why it would be that both of us had the same thing. We do have to be careful, and I'm trying. I've lost weight, and I'm trying to be really careful for the rest of my life. But I believe you're indestructible, Ron, until God says you've done all you were required to do in this life.
That's true. That's true. Well, if you want to catch David Mainse on the road, you can go on the website, and you can see at least where you're going to be for the rest of this third leg of this four-legged animal, as you call it.
Crossroads.ca.
Crossroads.ca. You'll see it there. Click on Thank You Canada Tour and stay in touch.
Now there are even more ways to join the 100 Huntley Street online community. We'd love to hear from you, so stay in touch with us.